Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Dig, and I'm back again with another video for y'all boys, man. Before I get into it, I just wanted to ask y'all real quick, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the video, comment, all that good stuff, because it really helped the channel out. And, I'm trying to get in this YouTube bag, you feel me? So, on to the video. I'm not only going to be talking about what I've been doing, since I told y'all I'd be right back, but, just how I kind of got into YouTube originally. I got the inspiration of this from the Ramos video. Ramos was a legend. Of course, I wasn't a Ramos, but it was just nostalgic to kind of revisit what I spent, a good portion of my adolescence doing, and I had a great time doing it. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get right into the video. So don't mind me if I skip a couple of spots in this, because not only was I a clan hopper, this is just a long time ago, so bear with me. But basically, for me to get into the story, I got to go rewind all the way back to 2010, when I originally started trick shotting. I didn't make any content then. I just, used to trick shot like everybody else, private matches, headquarters, 1v1s, trick shot, final kill, all that good stuff. And I ended up joining a team called Birth. I can't remember if that was 2011, like 2010 or something like that. But around that time, 2010 going to 2011, I had joined a team called Birth. I went by Birth Defect. And I was in there for a little bit of time, and I ended up making a duo episode with a dude named Birth Art. He also went by Birth Spark, and we made a duo episode that was actually really good for the time. It didn't do no crazy numbers, but it did, however, it got me a PM from TSU Andy, TSU Zone, who ended up being a pivotal part in me reaching the YouTube success, quote unquote, that I had reached in that little time frame. But he had PM me, showing respect to the episode and said he wanted to play with me. So I'm like, for sure. At the time, TSU was still lit. That was before they had kind of ran their course and become lame. But, I was like, yeah, of course. So, he invites me to run with him, and I ended up meeting Dignify, Yope, and Down the Feed. A lot of y'all don't know the other two, but y'all probably do know Dignify 2K, if not only if you was in Call of Duty, but if you follow 2K now. So actually go subscribe to my boy while I'm on the topic. He about to hit 100K. Shit's legendary. So yeah, go sub to my boy. And back to the story though, I met them guys and we had played for quite some time, and then Andy ended up getting all of us in SB, which was like my first like big team, because at the time SB wasn't as big as it grew to become as far as like subs and stuff. But I will say they were at their pinnacle content wise. Like I feel like they were just making their best content at the time that I had joined, and in the time that I was there, and a little while after, because I didn't honestly stay that long. But, I just felt like they were at their best right then. So that was like my first big team. And I wasn't in there too long. I think I probably did make an episode, or I was definitely in a couple of team episodes. And then Andy ended up getting in DZ. And I joined DZ with Andy because, if I'm not mistaken, I do remember like when I first started watching YouTube, before I even started doing it myself, DZ was like, I always thought they were cold. Like, just the fact that how I don't know what it was, whether the dubstep or just like the spinning, but they were just so different. Like, they were one of my, like, I guess, goals. So when he presented the opportunity to join DZ, and I was with it, I took off with that. So I joined DZ, and I'm trying to remember the time periods, because I know that I was in Era and I was in Tune and I was in all these teams, but I literally cannot remember the time frame, because if you ask me, I think I joined just after DZ, because I spent some time in DZ. I made an episode. I definitely made an episode there. I was in a few team episodes. And then I want to say Reed recruited me from DZ. I'm going to go ahead and stick with that order, because that's how I remember it. If I'm wrong, correct me down below, because I'm going to tell you how I remember it. And I'm a herbal chiefer, so my memory ain't all the best. So back to the story though. So from DZ, made an episode, couple team episodes, joined Just Reed. If I can remember the story, I'd tell it, but shout out to my boy Reed. He was the one who originally recruited me and a couple of other people. I can't remember who, but he was just trolling that night. We couldn't even take him serious. We didn't even know we were really getting in Just that night. And Just was another one of the teams like DZ. That was one of my goals, because I don't care what nobody say. Even though they never had like the most subs in the community, they had the best trick shotters. I mean, it just is what it is. Same thing ended up happening to Genesis, since Genesis was basically Just. But, that's besides the point. And before I forget, I wanted to quickly mention the Rough Riders with Cut Ass, man. I can never forget them boys, man. Legendary group of people, man. Shout out to Trism, A. Paul, Zambi, Maxie, Molly, Zazo, Prizzy, Slasher, Shay. You know what I'm saying? All them guys, Nixon. Great group of people, man. And they just made playing the game so much more enjoyable. And I'm glad that Trism just went out on a limb and PM'd me off of one of my episodes and just he was just like, yo, you want to play with us? Be a Rough Rider. Like, I had no initial contact with them, like talking to them or even commenting on their videos, anything like that. It was just really random. And I was a big fan of all of them because we are big kids now. They weren't a big team, but, they were always dope, just always doing different stuff that people just weren't doing at the time or even trying to do. So people hated on them for barrel stuffing, but you couldn't do what they were doing in the air anyway. So it didn't matter. Besides the point, though, had to mention them boys, man. Legendary group of people, and played a big part in this whole YouTube thing that we had going on. And I was in a lot of teams with them, to go on from there. Genesis, SoaR, Obey. I was definitely in there with Molly and Maxie for a lot of them. But yeah, that's that. Back to Just. So yeah, Reed recruits me to Just, and I can't really remember the actual timeline of this time frame from Just to Jade, but I know that from Just, I ended up in Tune and Air somehow. I did a lot of clan hopping back then, so don't ask me why I left Just for... Well, I mean, Tune was Just before Tune, so whatever happened there, I'm sure they were all in agreement with that one, but I don't know how I ended up in Air, but Salute Block, I know he recruited me, but I don't even remember nothing from Air, so it couldn't have been significant. Tune, however, was lit, and same thing with Just. So, so I'm in Just, somehow I end up in Tune, somehow I end up in Air, and then I leave Air, and then we make Jade. Jade was just a team that, pretty much the Rough Riders with Cut Abs that made. I'm not sure if they still make content now, but I know for a while my boy Zambi was still leading them. So, we had made Jade, and we did that for quite some time. I don't know exactly how long we had Jay running up, but I know that Jay was my team for some time. And then I ended up joining Obey. So Agony ended up recruiting me from Jay. I don't know how he ended up watching me or seeing me, but yeah, he had his eyes on me and he recruited me from Jade. So that was like my first team over like 100,000 subs. I don't remember how much Obey had at the time, but when he had left FaZe, Agony, and whoever else had left their big teams to go ahead and start it, like, Obey was big hype, like, big hype. So I was pumped when I joined Obey. Like, I just knew, like, it was up from there. And shoot, it was up from there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I joined Obey. I made an episode, but even before I made the episode, I hit a crazy crane shot. It was the same one that Ozzy had hit, but it turned out his was aimbot. But his was better than mine had it not been aimbot because he did more spins, and it was just a lot smoother. But I hit mine, and everybody was geeked over it. Like, it had a bunch of views, a bunch of likes overnight. I'll throw it in the video if I can. I'm going to throw a lot of different stuff in the video from that time just because. Anyways, though, so I joined Obey, hit that shot. That shot went crazy. Then I made an episode edited by Obey Sean, which was dope from what I remember. I wish I could find that. And I made that episode, and then I joined SoaR. I'm pretty sure that episode is what led me to join SoaR, because like I said, it was a hard episode. Like, the episode was cold. So I ended up joining SoaR. I got recruited by Banks. My boy Banks. Shout out my boy Banks. He probably not watching this, but he played a funny role in this story too, as it, progresses a little further. But so I joined SoaR. And so I ended up having an episode on the team channel as well as a couple clips in the team episodes, but I wasn't in there too long, mostly due to my immaturity, just me being like 12 or 13 at the time. Used to be on a lot of bullshit, and then one night I ended up leaving for some reason. I can't remember exactly what, but some stupid reason. And the same night I tried to join back, and I went to go talk to my boy Banks, and Banks hit me with the fat no. Like, no. So I couldn't get back in SoaR. I was sick about that. But I respect the decision now. Back then, I was too sick about it to even see where they were coming from. But now, I was just immature. I wouldn't want to deal with myself neither. I don't deal with people like that now. So, besides the point, though, I couldn't get back in SoaR, and I ended up going to Genesis. Bro ended up letting me in Genesis, and I want to say I joined after the first team episode, and if it wasn't after, it was like right before or right when it came out, because I don't remember being in the first team episode. However, though, I stayed to the wheels fell off of Genesis, because I mean, I don't care what nobody say. Not only was it the most fun I had on YouTube, Genesis was just the best team on YouTube. I mean, we had the best content, best players, and I mean, it just is what it is. Y'all can have different opinions on that, but I'm standing on that one. Genesis the best to ever do it. And I stayed in there till the wheels fell off, basically, up until the leaders became inactive, and it ended up becoming a problem for why we couldn't stay together. And when everybody split, that's when I split, But like I said, I would have stayed. I'd still be Genesis today had Genesis not ended and Call of Duty didn't go in that downward spiral. Like, I know y'all vividly remember going back to MW2 and Black Ops 2 every year. Like, Call of Duty just couldn't find a way to get better. But, yeah, besides the point. So Genesis ends. I was sick about that. And, yeah, it just kind of started to fade out from there. A lot of people kind of kept their roots in the community. I started falling into real life, kind of just got out the game. I did join Synergy after that, and I had a couple of clips in there, but, that was pretty much the end. I did join 51 when they started 51, but I changed my name, and that was all I ever did for 51. That was around the time Advanced Warfare was out, and that sucked. So I definitely played nothing, uploaded nothing, nothing. So I basically would say that once Genesis ended, I joined Synergy. That was the last time I played or hit clips, anything, when I was in Synergy for that last little go around. And that was pretty much my YouTube journey. And now as for where I went, like I said, I just kind of fell into real life. I was just about to graduate high school. I graduated high school in 2016. I want to say Synergy and all that stuff was like 2015. So I ended up just having a blast my senior year. Just doing a bunch of stuff in real life, and then I ended up going to college, and I actually just graduated from college the other day, so that's lit. And I'm actually going to be a father this year too. I have a kid in December, so a lot has happened in the time that I've been gone, y'all. I'm telling you, it's definitely been a journey, but I plan to come back, to get back into the scene of uploading and trying to get that YouTube bag, you know what I mean? I'm probably going to end up making, like, Call of Duty videos. That's just what I like best, honestly. The 2K, I do enjoy playing 2K, but, Call of Duty just where my home is at, you know what I'm saying? I definitely won't be trick-shotting, but, I'm going to definitely try to throw some gameplays in there, some Warzone, something. But, I definitely just wanted to get this video just explaining, not only where I went and what happened, but, just about the whole journey, because it was nostalgic for me to talk about it and just kind of go through all my videos on my channel and just kind of see, because even though a lot of y'all may not look at it that way, it's just crazy what that whole community of people was able to do so young. Like, most of us weren't even older than 18, running like fully functional organizations, making money, getting sponsorships, like all this stuff from our bedrooms in our parents' house, and we like younger than 18. Like, I remember getting stuff sent to the house and having all this money and stuff from FremoQuest and a bunch of other BS. And my mom used to think I was in my room doing illegal stuff. So, cause I was like 13, 12, like I'm getting Astro headsets, custom controllers, like you name it. Like, my mom didn't know what I was in there doing, but that stuff it's just funny, to look back on and just kind of see not only where I'm at, but just kind of where everybody else is in that community. So, if y'all remember being cool in that time, or y'all remember watching the boy tap in, man, comment, leave a like, anything, man. I'm going to definitely try to keep uploading. And, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and let me know what type of content y'all want to see in the future, man. It's your boy Dig, and I'm out.